Nurmagomedov in red, Iaquinta's in blue.
There's a vulnerability in Nurmagomedov. It's when he comes looking for a takedown. He carries his chin a little high.
Yeah, but here's the question. Does Al go for broke, or does he try to win a long fight? What's his mindset coming into here? Is he going to try to fight 5 rounds, or is he going to try to just kamikaze and take this dude out in the first round?
Interesting question.
Khabib's last 2 opponents, very good defensive wrestlers, Michael Johnson and Edson Barboza. Nurmagomedov still had his way with them and largely was able to take them down at will.
With Iaquinta threatening with the takedown. Ooh.
We did hear some rumblings. He might try to do some offensive wrestling early. Too easy.
Beasted him down. Beasted him down.
Beasted him. Right away.
So about a minute in, Nurmagomedov gets his first takedown. Let's see what he can do with it.
A bad sign. If you're going to get taken down by Nurmagomedov, you got to make him expend a lot of energy going for it. He got it very quickly.
Yeah, let's see what kind of half guard Al has. Now he's in side control. He's going to give up his back if he just tries to muscle out of this.
Both hooks in.
He gave up his back. Good scramble. Al's almost up, and he's up.
Wrist control for Iaquinta, but a good sign that he was able to get back to his feet. The question is for how long?
That's a tremendous sign. Boom! Right back.
Not very.
Let's see his guard. Let's see if he tries to use. No, wow.
Right over.
Immediately steps
easy
over into mount.
You know, when you study Khabib, there's no magic to his takedown. He's just tenacious with it. He just keeps going after it. And he lifts. He's so strong.
Al has got a Kimura, but he's on the bottom.
No guard, it's not going to work.
Yeah. He's on the bottom. He's got to free those legs up. And he only has one arm. He doesn't have it anymore.
Stand up, though.
Almost back up. Now remember, New York State Athletic Commission has adopted the new rules. So as soon as Al only has one hand and both feet down, he can get kneed.
Well, I think he's talking to him already.
Yeah,
right in his ear. One thing about Khabib, he doesn't need a lot of space to land hard punches, hard elbows. Does a lot of damage from in close.
Well, he's got tremendous control.
Yeah.
And those that train with him say he feels like a light heavyweight. 2 minutes here to go in round 1. Iaquinta has been susceptible to the submission in his career.
They're trying to get a microphone on him so we can hear what he's saying.
You just feel the physical pressure of Khabib in that wrestling ride. Not trying hard for hooks, just trying to ride him out, take the energy right out of him.
Just sap him.
Yep.
Make him carry that weight.
And he certainly makes the ground strikes count. Already some significant swelling around that left eye for Iaquinta.
Al's back up to his feet, though. The question is for how long? That long. He's getting mauled like everybody else before him.
Right.
And that's usually a difficult position to lift and get a takedown. And he's right there. Incredibly strong.
That's a lifetime of high-level grappling.
And it's amazing to hear the fellow lightweights talk about Nurmagomedov and the reverence.
It's awe. They're in awe of him when you talk about him. They're like, man, to be great in this sport is hard enough. To be elite is so rare. To be really feared is something special. People are scared of this guy.
Yeah.
And as I said in the beginning, he is, as David Goggins would describe, uncommon amongst uncommon men.
Yeah.
Perhaps the most uncommon lightweight contender we've ever seen.
Iaquinta doing his best, though, back to his feet. The wrestling escape, trying to control the wrist and the hand, but...
He's trying hard.
Yeah.
But he's in there with an animal.
Well, Iaquinta has responded well to adversity throughout his UFC career when it has reared its head. 2 early knockdowns against Jorge Masvidal, came back to win that fight. A strong opening as expected for the prohibitive favorite Nurmagomedov.
And look at this. Just as soon as he gets the ankle, there's no escape. It's a crocodile. He's got a hold of you, and now you're in the water hole. And here's the second takedown. Just tremendous strength and technique. A lethal combination. And here's the ground and pound. And props to Raging Al Iaquinta. He survived this. He got back to his feet.
All right, take the first 20 seconds to move a little bit, Al, and then reset, and let's do this, man.
Don't worry about you saw to that body too, Al. Okay, we know he's strong. He gets a grip of that. It's a problem.
You're looking good. You're moving. You minimize the damage in the first round. Let's see if we can use our angles and movement.
Don't forget
and look for a couple of quick shots. Let's go. Give me that.
So you heard from Ray Longo there. What are the thoughts behind the 20 seconds to reset here at the beginning of the round?
It's probably they feel that he's not really fully recovered after a minute. And they would like him to not just go out there and immediately get taken down again.
Right.
All right, round 2, gentlemen, let's go.
But I'm sure Khabib has other ideas.
Right.
And my last comment on that takedown, usually that single leg, you have to circle and angle and kind of drop the guy. Khabib just lifted him up and dropped him. That's impressive. And it's also, go back to the game plan. Don't get frustrated by that first round. Go back to what we trained. Don't panic. Rely on your technique.
Good stick there by Iaquinta.
Al's nice and low here, too. Crocodile.
Diving for that single leg. Diving for it.
Oh, and he gets free.
But he didn't get the separation.
It's a terrifying thing, too. It's just the way he closes the distance with such finality.
Usually when someone's that low on a single leg, below the knee, they just have the ankle, you can just kick out of it. And you see Iaquinta trying to do that, and he's realizing, man, it's like a vice on the end of my foot.
Al's looking for the arm bar. He's looking to get that right leg across the face.
Trying to create the angle.
Khabib has talked a lot about how different MMA wrestling is than freestyle or Greco-Roman. He feels like that's what makes this sport so interesting. And his MMA wrestling at the top of the heap. Big deep breaths now from Raging Al.
Once again, back to the wrestling right. Not trying to put his legs in, not trying to get hooks, not being overly aggressive, just taking the energy out of Al Iaquinta. That's what wrestling rides are so good at.
Nurmagomedov has the hands locked here. See if he can drag Iaquinta down fully.
Al Iaquinta doing a good job of using the fence. Almost legs out right out from under him. In switch position, he's not going to get that as long as his legs are underneath Nurmagomedov.
Two and a half minutes gone by here in round 2. Khabib at his suffocating best as usual.
Al's giving up his back again. You can't give up your back like that. Look how he grabs the back leg. That's beautiful.
Right in front of Macero.
Yeah, that's a good thing if he can tell you anything. But the difference in skill level is so high, I don't know if it's enough.
He's fishing for the neck. He might have it.
This could be it.
Nope.
But now full mount. Turning on his side, frying pan into the fire.
Iaquinta trying to control that left wrist, but he ate a big right hand there.
He's going under the neck again. He's got him fully flattened out here.
Worst position to be in.
Watch your back of the head. There you go.
Al's trying very hard to get out of this, but there's just not much he can do with this control.
And every time he raises up, he exposes his neck just like that.
Well, he went sideways here. That's slightly better.
He's already going for the arm triangle defense. That's why he's grabbing his leg. That's to defend against the arm triangle.
A case of pick your poison here for raging Al Iaquinta. 1 minute to go in the round.
This was what Khabib does. He makes you absolutely miserable with his pressure, his ground and pound, his control.
What's crazy is he does it to everybody. I mean, we've never even, oh, look at this. He's got the back again. We've never remotely seen him in trouble on the ground. I mean, his dominance on the ground is really unprecedented. Yeah. We've seen really good guys on the ground, but he redefines it.
And he really calculates risk on the ground well. He doesn't compromise position unless he feels like he has a strike opening or a sub.
And I think that's a big key to his success is I only go for the choke when it's really, really there. He doesn't risk position. Going for a lot of submissions, he doesn't go for a ton of them.
Right.
When he goes for them, it's because he's really got it. He's content to stay on top and do damage.
Heavy ground strikes here. It does look as though Iaquinta could survive this round.
Al's gonna shake him off. Look at this.
Good. Okay. Nice job, nice job.
And Khabib coming in with the game plan we all expected. Start with a kick to the face, but look at this takedown. Single leg position, beasts him up and sweeps out the leg. And once he's on top, positional dominance. Hooks in, trying to not just get the choke, but ground and pound, taking the choke when it becomes available, not trying to force anything, but just leeching the strength out of Al Iaquinta.
Don't forget to move right when you stand in front of him. You need to damage him. You need to make a damage on him. More damage. When you're behind him, just stay tight, keep tight on him. Don't stay all the time on the top. Stay all the time. He's tired.
10 minutes down, the Nurmagomedov corner looking for an increase in the damage inflicted by their fighter. Third round of a possible 5 here. Nurmagomedov in red, Al Iaquinta's in blue. We'll see if Iaquinta can get those hands going early round 3. Instead, Khabib throws the right and lands.
Al with a nice jab there.
He's winging these punches, though.
Yeah, he really is.
Well, it's not as though they're trying to reinvent Nurmagomedov every time they trot him out there, but they want to send out an improved edition, and that's a big part of the focus for Javier Mendez. Nurmagomedov has never been knocked down in his pro MMA career. He has started to throw a lot more kicks in training. Of course, that Barboza training camp helped a lot.
You can kind of see Al trying to figure out how to land the right hand and land power punches without closing distance so much I get taken down, because Khabib has shown the ability to dive from the outside, not really set up his shots, just go ahead and go for him.
Al's talking to him now. Khabib hit him with a couple of jabs, and Al started talking to him.
Oh. Quick. Finding a home for that right hand.
Nice.
Up jab from the hip, very, very
Whoa.
quick.
Look at that fake. Oh, interesting. Oh!
Longo looking for Iaquinta to follow up that shot.
Oh!
Nice right hand over the top.
That was real.
Well, Nurmagomedov has certainly inflicted more damage, but Iaquinta having some moments now.
Man, Khabib takes a lot of risks with that chin high. Defense not really his thing. Willing to walk forward. Shot a lot of confidence in that lead jab.
Khabib 6 of 10 on his takedown attempts thus far. We'll see if he shoots again here shortly. USA chants here at Barclays Center as this New York crowd tries to get behind one of their own.
Iaquinta has faked for the takedown a few times. He hasn't committed to a takedown. Been content to stand and bang from that low stance. So far hasn't had an answer for the jab of Khabib.
Well, it almost looked like he wanted to stay stationary to look for the opening for the counter.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't trying to, yeah, right there. Trying to pull and shoot.
That's hard to do off the jab. It's much easier to counter off power punches. Not really able to do much off the jab yet.
He's talking to him.
Nice counter right lands for Iaquinta. But really from day one, Nurmagomedov has been ready for prime time. So much confidence in his preparation, his work ethic, his team that goes 25 or 30 deep. Under a minute now to go round 3. Iaquinta hanging in.
Khabib's standing a lot more than I thought he would in this fight already. Only 3 rounds in.
Al is talking to him a lot.
You wonder if the language barrier prevents effective trash talk. They're really communicating.
Well, I think it's mostly mumbles. I think he gets the gist of it.
Khabib, though, usually does his in-fight trash talking in his opponent's native tongue, so...
Yeah, he's pretty good with that.
Yeah, and he usually does it while he's on top of you, punching you in the face.
So you can hear him really clearly because he's in your ear behind you.
It's not even trash talking. He's begging you to give up.
Yeah.
But not here. This is different. Ooh.
The entire 3rd round on the feet. Championship rounds forthcoming.
Let's go, Al. Fuck him, Al. Look, Al, I want Al, I want head movement, baby. Head movement. Let's make him
New York corner, folks.
Come on, he gave us a round to get in, man. Let's go. This is how we're feeling.
There's a reason why he's not shooting, Al. He's feeling it too, brother.
Al, you got to throw that wide right to the body and set up the overhand. Let's do it. All right?
You're doing great when you do it. You give him an opportunity when you do it the other way. Okay, you understand? Okay, you did it now. Go back to father time, please. Okay?
Khabib, you feed him with the gym. You feed him with the gym. Then 1-2 and go take down.
Championship rounds. Who would have thunk it?
So was the message there for Nurmagomedov to get back to the strategy from rounds 1 and 2, boys?
100%.
Totally, 100%. And then standing that much gave Iaquinta in his corner a lot of confidence.
Right.
Yeah. You heard Matt Serra.
The F-bomb motivation.
Yeah.
You know? How much do you love Sarah Longo? How much do you love that
Love
team?
them. I want those guys to do a reality show.
Well, I think if you had told Team Iaquinta that they had reached the championship rounds, they would have taken that.
How much would you love to be a fly on the wall watching Conor McGregor watch this right now?
Oh.
Screaming and yelling.
Nice uppercut from Khabib and a kick. But the last 2 takedown attempts have been thwarted by Iaquinta.
Iaquinta is teaching us a lot about the possible vulnerabilities that Khabib has. Because he's not the striker that Conor is. He's not the same kind of dynamic in and out movement, sharp shooting punches, and ridiculous one-punch power. He's a different animal. But he's surviving with toughness and with pure insanity.
And let's not forget a wrestling background. He's low in that stance. He's wide with his feet.
Yes.
He's approaching like a wrestler would, and that's an important component.
Iaquinta, former wrestler at Nassau County Community College. And there have been guys in the past, Pat Healy, Gleison Tebow, that have provided some resistance to Nurmagomedov in terms of his takedown game. Ooh.
What Al hasn't done is put punches together effectively. He's had a couple of one shots. He'll leap in with one, but not really effective with the combinations.
What's crazy is that this is still standing. Like, I'm curious why. I'm curious why Nurmagomedov has chosen this strategy, or if he doesn't, there he goes. If he doesn't feel like he can complete it like this.
3 in a row. And the striking, I think, has been working pretty well for Khabib. I mean, Al's been in it, but I think Khabib's, for the most part, been out-striking him.
He has, but it's not impressive.
Yeah.
It's these shots are not, I mean, they're okay, but it's not like we're watching a world-class striker. We're watching a guy who's hitting a guy with jabs that he's already beaten up on the ground, and he's avoiding this guy's power punches. But this is no way dominance on the feet. He's just winning, you know? He's winning with the jab, and he's blooding Al's face up, but Al is dangerous right here.
Let's check back in on that power corner. Ray Longo, Matt Serra.
I wanted to decapitate him with that fucking head kick. And he goes,
Come on, Al. That's it, do it. Throw the kick after that.
Bring those guys some cannolis.
So awesome.
Nice, Al. Come on, stay on it. Finish with a hook, Al. That's it, Al. Finish with a hook. Nothing there.
Well, they knew they were throwing a game fighter in there tonight, and Iaquinta has proven that. And then some. Nurmagomedov shakes that left hand off.
He shook it off, but it connected.
One of the difficulties with what has happened all week, the change of opponents and Al Iaquinta stepping up, tough guy, is anything less than complete dominance. A wipeout.
Right.
Disappointing.
Yes.
For Nurmagomedov. That's the position he's in. Now, does that affect him? I don't really know, but a lot of fans will see it that way.
Oh, it's already disappointing. This round is very disappointing for Nurmagomedov.
The standards are so high, Joe.
Al is very dangerous here, and it wasn't supposed to be. Look at that. And it looks to me like Nurmagomedov is slowing down, which makes him more vulnerable.
One of the things, he's never been through a 5-round fight, never been through a championship fight.
And let's also not forget, Iaquinta, he did have a full training camp, but a championship 5-round training camp takes on a little bit of a different tone in terms of the rounds, the sparring. And look at him here at the end of this 4th round, hanging tough.
Well, with anything, no matter what happens, Raging Al's stock goes up, 100%.
Yeah.
Significant strikes. Nurmagomedov has outlanded Iaquinta 126-16, and he adds to that total there.
That's a crazy number. That is crazy. Oh, right hand over the top.
But no combinations afterward. It's just pretty much one.
The thing is, 126-18, that number 18 could knock someone dead. And if that does happen, it doesn't matter, and all those numbers mean nothing. This fight's still happening. We're in the 5th and final round. Who would have bet that? And here's the jabs from Nurmagomedov. They're popping Al in the face, but again, they're scoring for sure. He's winning for sure, but these are not dangerous. He's landing some good shots. He's popping him with that jab, blooding up his nose, but Al is moving forward, looking for the kill. Who would have ever guessed that?
Coach, give me 10 seconds, please.
Khabib.
You can finish him on the ground. He's tougher to finish up top. You understand me? He's tougher to finish up top, so we want him on the ground. That's what your best option is. Take him to the ground, okay?
Please, coach,
don't get careless. Keep working that jab. Keep working your movement. Keep your head.
5th round. Я хочу, чтобы ты закончил.
5th round, I want you to finish him, brother. You're better than him everywhere. I want you to finish him, Khabib.
Well, certainly a big part of the narrative is Al Iaquinta hanging tough, but it has been a Nurmagomedov domination as usual, and it's not as though, Joe, he's been a bonus machine in the UFC. First UFC bonus for him was his last fight against Edson Barboza, but he continues to just destroy and dominate the best lightweights in the world.
Look at this, stuffed.
It's very interesting. In his corner, they were saying, take him down, take him down. You know, he's much easier to finish on the ground than he is on the feet. There was no tactical advice on how to set that shot up. I didn't hear any of that. It was take him down, but, you know, Iaquinta's been doing a good job countering that single leg by turning out and kicking his leg.
Nice left hook to the body and a left up top. And meanwhile, this is the 5th and final round, so Al knows he's only got 4.5 minutes to go.
Right.
That's it.
He's got it, and he can throw it.
And Khabib does not have his father here tonight. Nurmagomedov had some visa issues, unable to be in his corner.
Oh.
Iaquinta still throwing heavy punches. His stock going up with every single one.
Oh.
Nurmagomedov fires back with that jab. It's been there all night.
Jimmy, you are so right about Nurmagomedov's chin. I mean, it is up in the air, straight up in the air, and he's pulling back straight, leaning back with his weight past his hips.
That's why I'm curious why we haven't seen more combinations from catching, moving back with that third, that fourth punch. Maybe that one will land. You can see the first two. Third and fourth are harder to see.
Well, Al's throwing everything in each punch, and he's just not throwing those kind of combinations.
I think that's the weakness to his style. He throws a hard 1 and 2.
Look at that. The way he's pulling back with his chin up is very amateurish.
Body shot is there for Khabib.
This is not what you want to see from a guy who's the most threatening lightweight in the world. You want to see a full game.
A few short months ago against Barboza, he looked like the most dominant fighter, perhaps in the world, in any division.
That one was much deeper than those outside low single legs we saw before, and he couldn't finish.
Some vision issues for Al with that left eye now.
He's having trouble seeing.
Flying knee lands. And finally a takedown for the first time since round 2 for Nurmagomedov.
He's leaking bad.
The Russians being heard from now. Nurmagomedov trying to become that nation's first undisputed UFC champion.
I think Tony Ferguson would say it's disputed.
There can be a lot of opinions tomorrow about who the best 155-pounder in the world is.
Oh,
a lot. We're going to hear all of them.
They're going to be flying like mockingbirds.
90 seconds. Khabib 7 of 15 on the takedown attempts.
Both hooks in, but he's high in the ride and going around that leg again.
Oh,
looks like he might be under the chin there.
Nope. That's on the jaw.
My mistake.
You can still finish it there, but...
Yeah, but you got to have an unbelievable squeeze.
And probably Iaquinta's probably going to let his jaw break before he taps.
Yeah.
It's a tough dude to work with a neck crank.
Well, one thing is that what we said that made this fight exciting, about Al Iaquinta just being tough as nails and crazy, proved to be absolutely correct.
Accurate 1,000%.
Yeah, this is an entertaining fight. And Phil would draw, oh, look at this, high. Oh, I love how he does that.
Always goes that cradle position,
yes. He cradles that leg and maintains that back mount.
Well, somewhat implausibly, Al Iaquinta and Khabib Nurmagomedov go the distance.
Wow. Wow. That was a hell of a fight. That was very interesting. Tony Ferguson and Conor McGregor right now are screaming at their TVs.
But they're gonna have to come in and prove they're the best.
Well, Jimmy, perhaps Khabib Nurmagomedov somewhat a victim of expectations here tonight. But in a few short moments, Dagestan is going to have its first UFC champion.
Let's not forget, this was a dominant performance, a 5-rounder, but a dominant performance by Khabib. Look at this, the single legs early, the tenacity with which he went after the takedown early. Iaquinta getting back to his feet just to get taken down again. Great top pressure, but it all started with the single legs here. This was in round number 1. Looking for the rear naked choke, ground and pound, going back to it. Every time Iaquinta would pop his head up, Nurmagomedov would go for the rear naked choke, and then the jab, striking that lead jab. Quick, fast, accurate. Really went for it at the end. Great combination. Led to the takedown again. Just tenacious when he went for it. It went 25 minutes. A lot of people didn't expect that, but Khabib dominant for 25 minutes.
And the numbers certainly bear that out. Distance strikes 115-23 for Khabib Nurmagomedov. Outstruck Iaquinta in the clinch, of course. No surprise on the ground. And 8 takedowns secured on 16 attempts for the soon-to-be undisputed UFC lightweight champion, the Eagle Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 50-44, 50-43, and 50-43 for the winner by unanimous decision and new undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib